For most of us, a century seems like an incredibly long time. But if you ask anyone in their 90s, it doesn't seem so unbelievable. Today, the Columbus JCC is celebrating its 100th birthday. In 1913, Joseph Schoenthal felt that the Jewish people in Columbus needed a place to meet, so he provided meeting rooms at 355 South Washington Avenue for Jewish groups to use. Imagine what he would think today, 100 years later. The seed of his idea has blossomed into a major force in Columbus with 4 separate locations: College Avenue, North, and New Albany, as well as the Hoover Family Park.
Our JCC and JCCs in general began 100 years ago, really helping Jewish immigrants to become Americans. Today, I believe JCCs have taken a 180-degree turn, and they're helping Jewish Americans be more Jewish.
For others, it has been a constant in their lives.
My earliest memories was attending the JCC preschool. I also participated in ballet classes and the JCC summer camp.
First involved in 1954 when Eddie and I moved to Columbus as newlyweds, and I was the counselor at Camp Ola. That's when we began.
That was the first thing we ever did when we got married in 1972. We didn't have a house yet. We didn't have any friends. We joined the Jewish Center.
The JCC was so welcoming, and I met so many new people because when I moved here I didn't really know anyone, so this was one of my first areas that I became involved.
For many local families, the JCC has been a tradition for generations. Whether it's bowling, youth groups, swimming, or participating in gallery players, family memories were made at the JCC.
My grandpa told me he used to play volleyball here. My dad was a counselor here. You know, when I tell him my stories of camp, he goes, "Oh, I remember one time at camp," and it's very kind of weird. Puts things in perspective.
Being a child that went to the JCC preschool and learned how to swim here, went to the day camp here, my children have done the same thing. They've made friends here, not only in our community where we live in Bexley, it's brought them friends from all over the city.
There truly is something for everyone at the JCC. There's programming for infants through seniors and everything in between. The 4 different locations allow people to participate in JCC programming in their own neighborhoods. The intention has always been to create a second home for everyone, no matter what their background. It's a place for each generation to find something to be involved with, and it's been that way for the last 100 years.
Everybody wants a force multiplier in their life, something that makes their Jewishness important. I think the JCC brings a level of opportunity that you can let your hair down, you can commiserate with family and friends and do Jewish without it being an intimidating environment.
This is the hub of the Jewish community. We are where everybody does come, and we have it all for everybody here.
I think it's the central ground for the Jewish community in Columbus, and everyone can participate and feel welcomed.
The idea of it being a Jewish place has never changed, and that to me is what's the important part. It has a Jewish soul to it.
Often, the entree to the JCC begins with preschool. It's a wonderful way for both parents and children to incorporate Judaism into their lives. The journey may continue through the JCC camp programs, where lifelong friendships are formed. Frequently, involvement in JCC programming becomes an integral part of life.
It's part of every kid's Jewish journey to go to camp. This is part of their journey. This is where they get to have a crazy Shabbat with crazy hair day or s'more Shabbat.
The children are the future of the JCC, I think.
And I feel that it's a gateway. We want to keep Jewish families Jewish. The best way to do it is through their children.
One of the greatest joys I personally experienced was when I was fortunate enough to be involved in one of the Maccabi games that we hosted regionally. I can't tell you how many times I travel around the country and bump into various Jewish leaders that remind me of their time when they came to Columbus, Ohio. So I've been able to see firsthand the importance of the programs both locally and nationally and how they really bind the Jewish people together.
We didn't live in a predominantly Jewish neighborhood, and it was great for them to be able to see a lot of their friends that they went to camp with, and I think it taught them a lot of pride in being Jewish.
I didn't live in Bexley area for the first few years of my life, so it was really a nice way to be able to meet other Jewish kids, and I'm still friends with a lot of those people who I met in those camps still to this day.
I actually remember sitting on these little carpet placemats that we sat in every morning and learning the Hebrew alphabet. Friends that I had from JCC preschool are still some of the friends that I have now, and I loved every minute of it.
The JCC has really been so consistent in my life and for my friends as well. So growing up being Jewish, of course we're going to do Jewish things. We're going to do the youth group here. We're going to do the camps here. We're going to do the school here. We're going to incorporate Judaism into our lives.
The vision that Pop Schoenthal created in 1913 continues to grow and flourish today. For many generations of Columbus families, it's a hub of activities, both Jewish and secular. The buildings may have changed through the years, but the heart and soul has always remained the same.
I had the honor of being the executive director when the new building on College Avenue opened in 1982. I've had the unique perspective of looking for the last 19 years nationally and seeing Columbus continue to lead our movement as an outstanding JCC.
It can't always be put into words, but as we take a look at the JCC through the years, it's a place where families can come together to celebrate their heritage, no matter what denomination they may be. The future holds no boundaries.
I think the future of the JCC will be to closely map and then accommodate and support the future of the Columbus Jewish community.
The rebirth is our expansion. We have grown so much in the last few years.
Well, hopefully in the next 100 years it will be that much more diverse and enjoyable for the community and the Jewish community to develop friendships of people they wouldn't otherwise meet but for the Jewish Center.
At the JCC, we live Jewish values every day. We care for those who are young or too old to care for themselves. We nourish the spiritual growth of the community through Jewish programs. We respect the differences across the Jewish community and in the broader community. And we value Jewish wisdom and Jewish tradition.
I do believe that the Jewish Center is the Jewish address for Columbus, and without a doubt, it's the most important agency we have.
Happy 100th birthday, JCC.
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 Happy 100th birthday, JCC. Yeah!
Happy 100th birthday, JCC.
Happy 100th birthday, JCC. We wish you many, many more.
Happy 100th birthday, JCC.
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 The JCC is 100 smiles, 100 meals, 100 connections, 100 ideas, 100 ways to help, 100 hugs. Happy 100th birthday, JCC.
Happy birthday, JCC! 1, 2, 3!